Welcome back to tonight's episode of Success Stories. We are joined by author Andrew Taylor. Andrew, you've written this amazing book, Launch, which I'm so excited to talk to you about. Tell me what inspired you. Tell us about your journey leading up to publishing this book.
Yeah, I was a river guide at college and loved spending time in the outdoors and loved river guiding so much that after I graduated, I moved to Costa Rica to be a river guide, and I worked for an organization called Outward Bound. And a lot of people might know that as an outdoor adventure school, or if you're not familiar with it, it was an outdoor adventure school and a leadership experience. Fell in love with the country of Costa Rica and came home and started an adventure travel business, which evolved into an adventure therapy business. So for the last 12 years, I've been working with primarily young adults struggling with depression, anxiety, ADHD, high functioning autism, kind of a failure to launch sort of a crowd, but not always necessarily the failure to launch, sort of stigma that we have, but just young people struggling. As a part of all that journey, when I started Pure Life Adventure in Costa Rica, I wrote a curriculum for young people, which it was originally, what are all the things I wished I had known that I would like to teach someone else who's 18, 19, 20. And we've been teaching that at the program for years. And that curriculum evolved into my book, Launch, which is kind of self-explanatory for young people out there confused about growing up in this quickly changing, fast changing sort of environment. This is a book meant to be a guide and a helpful aid in the journey of getting into adulthood.
So Andrew, we have all of this great experience and this roadmap that you've put into this awesome book. Talk to us a little bit more about what you're doing now day to day and how you're utilizing this.
Yeah, I've got a coaching and mentoring program that I started in 2020. When COVID hit, my program had to shut doors overnight for 1 year. We reopened. But during that time, who knew how long business would be closed? And my wife said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, I really want to work with graduates of my program and or young people who can't afford the program in Costa Rica or don't need that big of an intervention. And so I started coaching and mentoring young men and young women, primarily college students nationwide. And we provide anywhere from 1 to 2 sessions a week for them and their families, up to 5 to 7 sessions a week if someone really needs some intensive support.
And this is the very program that I've had 3 of my own boys go through, and they absolutely loved it. And it was so great to have you telling them what to do versus me encouraging them and giving them suggestions. So, and in Utah or wherever they are, I know that you can do this all over the country, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And there's great things you can take advantage of as far as outdoors, as well as the curriculum. And it's just such a beautiful blend of all of these things that you've created, and it's so unique. You taught me the word individuate. You also taught me to embrace it. Life being messy. It's a beautiful messy. And you talk about that in your book as well. So
Yeah, I mean, growing up's messy, and being in a relationship is messy. Being in a family is messy. It's also beautiful. And I think that so many of us get caught up in just things needing to be perfect or just right. I do all the time. And life can be bumpy, but that's where the beauty comes in. And if we kind of learn how to navigate it and roll with it a little more, we can usually get a better outcome and or have a better attitude as we're going through it.
I love that. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for writing this book. It really is an awesome roadmap and great information for people of all ages and stages to help the young adults in our lives individuate and help us learn more as we go, right?
Yeah.
So where can people go to purchase a copy of your book?
It's on Amazon. Andrew Taylor Launch is where you'll find it. I've also got a personal website, andrewtaylor.bio. There's a link to the book as well on that website. I also have a podcast, The Andrew Taylor Show, Living Insights, and you'll find me on Spotify, iTunes, all the regulars.
So you are spreading these great stories and advice across all the platforms.
Trying to.
Okay, all of the information is on your screen. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Success Stories with Andrew Taylor.